Okay, here's how we get started. We're going to divide our paper up into 8 spaces down the middle and 3 across. We're going to use some Zentangle patterns to create these really cool designs. Then you'll get your template, and your template needs to have the same design going all the way across. You can use stencils to create your designs, rulers, but whatever you do in the first row, it should all be the same. The second row should be the same. The third and fourth row should be the same. All right, artists, now that I have colored each row of my Flextangle the same, I'm going to cut it out. And when I cut it out, I want my tips on the end where I have those tabs to be extra long. So don't cut where they say stop. Just cut all the way to the end of the paper. Then I'm going to start folding the vertical lines that are the dotted lines, and each time I fold something I also want to crease it. So that means I'm folding, I'm pressing, and then I'm creasing. So I'm squishing it in my fingernail and my finger to really get a nice crisp fold. The fold on this is what's super important. You want to get a nice crisp fold. If your folds are soft and you didn't crease them, you're going to have problems later. So make sure you're really folding, pressing, then creasing to get that nice fold. Now you see I have those vertical lines along my Flextangle. Now I'm going to do diagonal lines going a certain direction. So I'm looking at the Flextangle pattern and I am folding on the pattern where you see the vertical line. And again, I'm folding, pressing, then creasing. Folding, pressing, then crease it. Go to your next line, fold it, press it, and crease it.
Perfect. Hands away.
So now I have folded, pressed, and creased my diagonal lines going one direction and going vertical, and now I'm going to press them going the other direction. So now I'm going to take and fold them on the other part that hasn't been folded. Okay, you'll see it, the design you go right along the design. There's a natural visual line there. You just fold it, press it, and crease it. Super important to crease it so you've got good folds. All right, so now I have all of my folds done, and I'm going to take my marker just so you can see what I did, because sometimes it's hard to see it. But you have my vertical lines that I've folded, and then I also have my diagonal lines that I folded one way and diagonal lines that I folded the other way. So now it's like I have a bunch of little triangles that make this up. So now that I have my folds really good, I'm going to reverse fold the folds that go where the glue area is. So they're folded out, and I want to fold them in so that they will bend toward the glue section, labeled glue section. So then after I do that, here I go, creasing them, getting them reverse folded, because it just won't fit together unless you reverse fold it. So now I've reverse folded it. It's fitting together into kind of like a little tube. And now I'm going to glue it. I'm going to use Elmer's glue. I'm just going to stick a little bit on the edges. You don't need a lot, just enough to make it stick. And then after I put it on the edges, I'm going to hold it together for at least 25 seconds. So there, I got that one in secure. I'm going to hold it for 25 seconds. Get this one. Hold it for a little bit. Then I'm going to get my last one, hold it for a little bit, let that glue have time to set up. Next, I'm going to fold my tab and put glue on it, inserting it into the end. And if it doesn't feel right one way, you can flip it over and try it the other. This is the trickiest part of this because you have to be really patient and hold it, maybe even paper clip it so that it really sets up. Maybe put a little more glue in to get it to really adhere to the paper. And then after you have this done, you want to just walk away from it for a while and let it rest for a day to make sure that it's good and stuck. Then the next day, you'll come back and you'll have this amazing Flextangle. If you enjoyed this video, please hit subscribe and become an art maniac.